Hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. Today we are in Bristol, PA on a very dreary day, which is actually pretty fitting for this video. We're at St. James Episcopal Church and Cemetery, and we're going to be walking around checking out some stuff. There is a lot to see here in this little cemetery because there's a walking tour of the history of this place and the people who are buried here. One thing in particular I wanted to check out was a place called the Witch's Chair, which is surrounded and shrouded in paranormally fueled rumors and superstitions and folklore. So we're going to go check this out. So now the first thing I had noticed on this building, it actually says that the historical building Bristol 1681. Now in the notes that I have, it says that the church actually went back to 1712. I mean, not that much of a span of time in relation to how long it's been, but I don't know, maybe somebody, if you can, let me know, does this building just go back to 1681, or are they just talking about in general for Bristol? But this is this is a very impressive building, I will say, and they do the upkeep very well. Out here you can see some benches right in front of us that have, in loving memory of. I'm not sure how many of them they have around here, but you can see there's a decent amount of old headstones here, and anywhere where you see like a little yellow piece of paper hanging from it is something that indicates that there's some kind of historical value to that grave. Now, since I've never been here before, I don't know exactly where the Witch's Chair is, but based on some of the videos I saw online and I could see a part of the building, it's probably behind the church or over that way somewhere. And I don't see it right now, but I don't know. We're going to check it all out. So right here in front of us, you can see a marker with the last name Dorrance. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. And this is an entire family here, or at least, 4 members of the family. On this side, you have Mary. On the 2 different sides, you have other names. And on the opposite side of this, you have John. This little yellow piece of paper here talks about John, how he had something to do with the digging of the Delaware Canal. He also owned Bristol Mills, and he was the founder of the Campbell Soup Company. Now, I'm not going to stop and look at every single one of these little yellow slips of paper because there's quite a few of them, and that would make for a rather long video. But it also gives you some reason to come here and check this place out yourself, because this area of Bristol is, you could just feel how old it is. I mean, some of the houses have been updated, a lot of the houses have been updated, but they do go back quite a ways, and that's a shame. Somebody's headstone's broken. So what you're seeing right here is the resting place of 9 members of the Landreth family. They made their fortune as a pioneer in the seed industry in Pennsylvania, founding the Landreth Seed Company in 1784. It continues to this day. He and his son David II introduced to America the zinnia, the white potato, and the tomato. Now with some of these tombstones, it's a little hard to read everything. I can see, oh God, what looks like Marty or Marcy. I can't really make out the last name. I see the word died. I see 1860 something. But some of these are very hard to read because, as you can guess, they're pretty old. And, well, I guess they didn't really maintain them very well back in the day. Now this one here belongs to a Thomas Cooper who died back in 1849. And he came to Bristol in 1819, and he was America's first prominent Shakespearean actor and first idol of the American theater. It says that they lived over on 722 Radcliffe Street, which is no longer existing. And the Cooper's daughter Priscilla married Robert Tyler, whose father John became the 10th president of the United States. After John's wife's death, Priscilla became the White House's hostess and first lady. And as you can see, there are many, many headstones around here. And even a little mausoleum there. It says Johnson on it. So far, I've not seen the Witch's Chair, so I can only assume that it's either behind the building like I had originally thought, or it could be over in the corner over there. Now it's kind of creepy. Some of these actually look like the coffin lid sticking out of the ground, but that's not the case. This one says Eleazar Fenton, born June 2nd, 1800, died June 4th, 1877. Still kind of creepy looking though. You expect the lid to just kind of fly open, some kind of vampire, like, good evening. As you can see, there are people still being put in here, at least up until 2013. But I would assume this is still active because they have some room left in here. Not a whole lot, but there's some. Now this one here is pretty sharp looking, I think. You know, it's not just like a plain stone. And it's 1900, or not, I'm sorry, 1906 when this person passed away. I could see the name John W something, but I can't make it out. So now this one here belongs to Captain John Green. Died in 1796. He was the captain of the merchant ship Empress of China, the first ship to carry the new American flag around the world. The ship returned May 11, 1785, in fewer than 15 months. Here we have Joseph Clune. He was a Revolutionary War hero who later became the first postmaster in Bucks County. The post office was in his residence on Mill Street. Later, he commanded a troop during the Whiskey Rebellion of 1794, which began in Pennsylvania, among those who opposed the new federal tax on alcohol production. You can see some of the bigger stones are actually sinking into the ground. That also is a shame. As well as these broken headstones. You can see one over there. I basically just walked around the whole place, and I must have walked right by it because I have not seen it. But I just asked Google and it told me that it is here. So while we walk, just a few different facts I found out about it. So apparently this is one of the oldest burial grounds in Bucks County. The church itself, it says, was established in 1712, but that date on there said 1681, right? It's been a burial site for over 300 years with soldiers from the Revolutionary War, Civil War, as well as those from the colonial period. The Witch's Chair is the cemetery's most famous feature, and it has much paranormal interest. I have interest in it too. I would like to find it. Okay, so I was really starting to doubt that it was here, or I thought maybe they moved it or removed it or something. But no, it is in fact here. And I can thank looking around on Google Images, because I could see part of this right here. Only I think the picture was flipped. I'm not sure, or it's just the angle of the picture. The only thing that really helped me identify it was I could definitely tell it was this building, and I was looking for like a stone that looked like this, of which there are quite a few of them through here. So that just looking for that kind of stone was not help in itself. I was also looking for an area that was overgrown with bushes, but it is not anymore, so they've cleared it out. And now I present to you the Witch's Chair. And here it is, the Witch's Chair for Merritt P. Wright, born September 4th, 1850, died August 2nd, 1911. There's also the name of Sarah F. Wright. There's a birth date of 1851, but there is no death date. Obviously, Sarah has since passed. I really doubt she's still around. And if she is, well, then maybe that confirms that they are indeed witches. So the lore around this about Merritt P. Wright is that she was accused of witchcraft. So yeah, somebody called her a witch based on probably something that just didn't understand, something scientific that they didn't know of back then that she knew of, or she accidentally did. Or it could have just been like the way she talked or something. It was stupid the way people were accused of being witches back then. So for every little thing. So there's no real records out there that I could find that say exactly what happened that led up to her being accused of witchcraft. There was even a rumor said that she was buried alive in here, and that upon her death, she said that she cursed this very chair, which obviously was not there when they buried her because it would have been in the way. But she cursed this very chair, saying anyone that sat in it would have bad luck or this or that. So I'm not superstitious, really. Kinda, a little bit. But I'm not going to chance it because I have enough of my own bad luck. I don't need to chance fate or to tempt fate. But her name is even on the chair here. And there you go. I don't know if this was original to the chair. I don't even know that the chair was original to her burial. I mean, this could have just been a matter of people starting a rumor long, long ago, you know, like decades ago, generations ago, about this very grave right here. And she may not have ever been accused of witchcraft. This could have been put here for when people come to visit her, so they have a place to sit. But like I said, the lore and everything has people believe that if you sit in this chair in October at midnight, some people say specifically on Halloween, that you will feel her arms around you. People have claimed to feel cold spots and everything. Of course, I'm going to feel cold spots today. It's a little chilly, but yeah, here we are. The witch's chair. Now, I'm sure this back part of the building was probably added on after the original. I mean, it's obviously been updated slightly, but you could almost tell that, like, the part that sticks up higher there, the point on the left, that was probably the back of the original building, and then they just added this on. Maybe their restrooms, maybe, who knows. I haven't been in there, so I couldn't tell you. Just off to the side here, there's a bunch of them that are under these pretty good sized trees, and you could see the age on these, but a lot of it is probably stuff, you know, coming down from the tree, sap and stuff like that. Again, another headstone knocked over. A lot of leaves right here. I'd say it's a couple inches thick with leaves. Some broken headstones. See if I can make out any years here. I'm wondering if these are just the older ones. Like I see back there, I see 18, looks like 91. There's a couple of them under the tree here. Let's see if I can make this out. 1859. Rebecca and Joel Charleston, maybe. Wow, I would want to be buried under here. Another one broken. And this one, the paper says his name is George Gillespie, and it's the oldest gravestone still partially legible. And he was the grandfather of Reverend George D. Normandy Gillespie, first bishop of the Episcopal Diocese of Western Michigan. So it's kind of strange. I didn't even notice if this was going on when I first got here, but there's almost like a little bit of a fog starting to accumulate. It has gotten a little bit warmer since I've been here. So, you know, maybe that's why the fog is happening. It's just ironic timing, you know? But anyway, this was pretty cool. Maybe someday they'll let me get inside of here and take some footage of the inside, or at the very least, maybe some still pictures. That would be awesome. But thank you for once again coming on yet another adventure. This one was actually a request from a good friend of mine, a fellow YouTuber who I've never met in person. He is from this area, but currently resides in Alaska. His channel is the Gnomestead-My Alaska Life, and I'll put a link to that in the description. You should really go check him out. He's a fun person. His videos are fun. I love watching them, and I love talking with him because he knew this. He knew this location. He specifically asked for this location. There was another one he talked about too, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But I think it's in the comments of when I did the Bristol Wharf video, so you could check that out. And you can click on his name from there and get to his channel as well. So thank you once again for coming along on this adventure. Hopefully you had as much fun as I did. Well, as much fun as you can have in a graveyard, but this was definitely interesting. And finally seeing the witch's chair with my own eyes, that was awesome. So if you did enjoy this video, please click that thumbs up button right below the video. It gives me a like. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Or if you happen to have suggestions for other videos within the area, please feel free to put them down. Also, if you have been here before and you've had any experiences with the witch's chair, put that in the comments as well. And if this is your first time here, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Once you do that, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be sure to be notified when I upload new videos or when I go live, which I pretty much do once a week. I try to make it Mondays, sometimes it's Tuesdays, but more than likely every week it's going to be on a Monday, especially if I put out a video. Also, don't forget to check out my merch shop. The link for that is in the description as well. Click on that link, go check out Tom's World's merch shop. Get yourself some Tom's World gear. And with all that said, I think I'm going to get out of here. I will see you all on the next one. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.